Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the really cool new event, Tremble with Fear, the Devil Awakens. And honestly speaking, this is a interesting event. I think it's done quite well. I think it's a very interesting design. We're going to be completing all the missions. We will have to do 2 runs, one for Planetary Destruction and then 1 run for Super Saiyan Goku and obviously Paragus. Now how the missions work is pretty simple. Basically, so to cut a long story short, there's a mission for completing it, right? Clear stage 1, you get 10 stones. You then get 1 mission called Clear with the Golden Fighter, whom the devil is obsessed with. Very clearly, this is Goku, okay? You have to clear the stage with Goku, Super Saiyan Goku to be specific, present in the team. Then clear stage 1 with the Saiyan who tried to control the devil. This is also fairly simple. You have to clear the stage using a Paragus unit. So immediately right off the bat, you have to, not have to, but you want to try and use those 2 units. Next, you have a unique title for completing with 6 Planetary Destruction units. Now, for this first missions, or the first 3, beating the stage, clearing stage 1 with Goku, and clearing with Paragus, this team can do all of it in one go. What's very interesting is you need, obviously, Paragus to dodge. This is the free-to-play Paragus, and we are basically going to build him full dodge, solely for the purpose of this event. But we're going to build him full dodge, so that he can, just kind of evade Broly where necessary. Broly as a unit can't be sealed, can't be stunned, but can have his attack lowered, which is obviously something very important. Another super important thing is that if you have, for the first phase, there's 2 phases. There's an int and an AGL phase. The int phase is like a warm-up. Broly has like 60 million health, and it hits relatively hard. The second phase is really not too fun. About 200 million health, a 1.5 million AoE. It's not the hardest hitting one, but it's the fact that if you bring a Super Saiyan Goku character, he gets a 160% attack and defense buff. So all of a sudden, his defense becomes really big, and his attack damage becomes really big. Now, there's 2 ways to work around this. One, you can do both challenges in one go, bringing Paragus and bringing Goku. This will net at a 90% attack and defense reduction, or increase, and will give you, obviously, to some degree, a little bit of a lower threshold to try and beat Broly at, which is what this challenge does here. Or secondly, bring Super Saiyan transforming Goku as your unit. And once he transforms out of Super Saiyan and transforms into Super Saiyan 2, 3, etc., Broly loses his entire buff and becomes far more manageable, because then you only have the debuff from Paragus, which makes him way easier. That's the best way to go around this. So if you're looking for a way to do this, that is the best way. You can use this exact same team, just switch out the Tech Goku with the AGL transforming Goku. And by the time Goku transforms, you will be done. So you'll literally be done. You won't have any worries. You'll be sorted. You'll be able to clear the event. So that clears like all of the first initial missions, and honestly it makes it much easier. Someone pointed this out on Reddit. It was a pretty cool way to work around it. Obviously this team does work, but you deal with the buff the entire time, which doesn't necessarily make the event that fun to kind of run through, dealing with such a big buff all the time. Then you have the Planetary Destruction team. Now that is something very, very interesting. So the Planetary Destruction team, there's quite a few ways to go around it. Firstly, if you have your own Broly and there's a friend Broly, you can try and build your own team. With 2 Brolys, if you get enough luck or have a strong enough team, you'll be able to beat AGL Broly. You will be able to do it. It is fairly easy. Now, of course, what if you don't have your own Broly? Well, there's a way. Where there's a will, there is a way. So if you don't have your own Broly, your best option is this. And this looks like hell because it is hell. This team works on a very simple premise. Paragus is going to reduce the damage of Burly and his attack by 75% as your friend lead, and you are just going to continually lower his attack all the time and thus win. That is it. It is as simple as that. You don't need to worry about anything. You will win. It will just take 30 turns, but you will win. You will win. No questions asked. No problems. No issues. If you don't have these units, replace them with units that lower attack. Ultimately, that's about it. As long as they fit on either Pure Saiyans, which is Paragus' lead, or Terrifying Conquerors, which is Cooler's lead. You can look at deviations of this team as well, but remember, we're looking to complete Planetary Destruction. So realistically, you have to have those units to some degree. Obviously, aside from that, it's pretty much free reign, but attack lowering is the key. If you want, obviously, to follow my team, the rotations would quite simply be the Strength Cooler and the Strength Cooler, and then Turles on the other rotation with Vegeta and Nappa. Vegeta and Nappa lower attack more than fine themselves. They lower attack a lot, and Turles also does good damage because of his EZA, and that's it. When I say good damage, I mean very minimal damage, because he's operating on like the lowest level of lead possible. But essentially, you'll get there. Like, you will get there. You won't have any problems. To start off the second phase, you can use the robot item, just because it'll give you the time to set up rotations and start your like ball rolling with attack lowering. It's very important that you just keep the attack lowering going. So you can afford to have like one unit that doesn't attack lower, like Turles, but generally speaking, every other unit just needs to attack lower. Can be greatly lowering, normal lowering, whatever it is. But Broly will not hit hard. Like Paragus, who's literally on a 70% lead, takes like 40k from his AoE. Like Broly literally just cannot hit hard with this team build. So that's the only solution I really have for that.